Hi everyone, welcome to Last Minute Coders. My name is Vinay. In last video we talked about what is a variable and what are the type of variables we have in our Canvas app, and we did some practical. Okay, in this one we are further going to see what are variables capable of. In tutorial number 3 we have designed this beautiful UI. If you haven't watched that video, and if you haven't watched previous video, the links are in the description, and you might be seeing information button on the top right corner, so just click on that, watch these videos first. In this one we have already created this form, right? So in this form what we are going to do, we are going to create one reset button. Okay, and we will see how we can use variables in our app. Okay, so let's start. So since this form is on one screen, so we can use context variable. Anyways, we can use global variable too, but let us use context variable first. So let me first create one button up here. So let me see the size of it first. Let us go to its property. Let us go to its width. So the size of this is parent.width multiply 0.425. If you don't understand like why I have multiplied from it, so the simple explanation is this: like 4 to 5 is nothing but 42.5% of this area from here to here. See, from here to here, this is 42.5. Again, this is also 42.5. So if you will just add them, they will count to 85. This is the 5% gap from here, 90. This is 5 from here, 95, and this is 5 from here, so 100%. Okay, already I have explained this in other videos as well, like in tutorial 3. If you watch, I've already explained this. So let me first decrease the size of it. Let me copy paste. Okay, so wait, let me copy paste this button. Okay, so see here, now we have two buttons. If you see on this left hand section, we have this form body, inside it we have two buttons. Okay, let me align its X. So I'll align its X based on this text input. So let me copy the name of it. Let me select this button. Let me go to its X property. I'll say something like this. Okay, so done, right? Perfectly aligned. We can just check it from here also. And Microsoft has like updated our Canvas app. So see up here, previously we just see like these two things, like we can see window and canvas size, but now we can see how it is going to look on tablet. Okay, so various tablet we can check. Okay, we can either go for custom also. So see our app, this form is going to look like this in iPad Pro, so we need to fix this. Okay, so this is like really useful thing. Okay, cool, right? Now let us move to our form. Let us first rename this button. Let me rename it to reset. For this button, go to advanced and select its on select property. Okay, so initially it is false. Inside this property we will use context variable. For context variable, I hope now you know the syntax. So syntax is update context, normal bracket, inside curly bracket, and inside curly bracket we name the variable var reset, and we will say true, close curly bracket, and this thing. So we created this variable var reset, and we are setting its value to true. Initially, without pressing the button, this value will be like false. Okay, so let me copy this name of this variable and let me select all of these. Okay, by default you are seeing update in this, right, in this date picker. So how you can remove that? See, default date is like by default it is set to today. So just remove this. Oh man, again I have to select. Let us remove this. Okay, so see, again like you remove this, but you are seeing some date appear. So now like this is not default date, but this is input placeholder, input text placeholder. So for you it might be something if and then there is some code might be written up there. So just remove the whole thing. and in this way you can get rid of the date which you were saying. Okay, similar, do the same for other as well. So let us remove. Okay, cool, right? So this is done. Now let me select all of these. Okay, control text input and this date picker I have selected, and I'll go to their reset property. If you search up here on, select on, change format, reset. Okay, so I selected reset, so initially it is false, right? Let me use my variable var reset here. Okay, so var reset, initially it is blank until unless I press this button. Okay, great. Let me change its view mode to canvas size. Let us give some value to it. Okay, so this is my official Gmail. Okay, so you can contact me on this mail ID if you are stuck at somewhere and you needed some advice, so you can just contact me on this. Let me select start date, end date, hours. Okay, so done, right? So let us press reset, see what happens. Does it will reset these controls or not? So see, it resetted, but let us check once again. Let me just enter these two and let me try to reset again. Not working, right? See, I'm pressing but not working. Why is that? The reason is very simple. If I select these controls, right, this var reset is now true, but to reset this, like when I like change the value, it should go to false, right? This thing should turn to false also. So the simple fix is just go to your reset, just copy this code. Okay, and what you need to do it, you need to paste it once again, and first you need to make this false and then make it true. Okay, so see this time what will happen. This time if I'll click on reset, it will reset. Okay, again let me give some other values, so that here name also I'll give something else, date also let me select some different date. Okay, here hours, something like this, and if I click on reset, see, it is resetting. Okay, again resetting, right? So working fine. So we have built like this reset functionality with the help of our context variable. Okay, so we have seen like one use case of it. Let us explore one more use case. So what we can do is, let's say your client asks you, like, you have entered this value, right? Values is like this. Okay, and by mistake if someone press reset, okay, so he asks you like to, he or she asks you like to create one icon up here so that you could get previously entered values. Okay, so how we can do that? So for that, what you can do is, you can create like variables for all of these. Okay, now what do I mean by it? On its reset, on select property up here, you need to create, okay, so let me say these are context variables, right? Variables, and now we will use global variable. Okay, great. For global variable, what I'll do is, we have syntax like this, set, right? And we'll say var first name. Okay, so that is text input to, I think, text input to dot text. Okay, so see this, you see this green color and it highlighted with green color up here, so this is fine. Okay, so this is referencing to correct place. Let me copy this 6 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, since we have 6 controls, right? So first is where first name, then we have where last name, then we have where email, then we have where start date, and then we have end date. Then at last we have total hours. Currently all are pointing to this text input. We don't want that. Let me change. Okay, 2_1. So see, pink. This might be 2_2. So let us see. Okay, working. So blue is referencing to email. Working. Wait. This should be 2_1. This thing I done twice, right? 2_2. Okay, now fine. For start date, remove everything. Say date picker 1 dot selected date, something like this. Okay, here will be date picker 2 dot select, or maybe date picker 1_1. What is this? Remove everything. Date picker 1_1 dot selected. Man, sometimes this doesn't auto generate. Okay, so this is done. This may be like 2_3 there. Let us see. Okay, so color changed. So working just fine. Okay, so whenever we will press this reset button, what will happen? Whatever values are inside this, before resetting it, we are just saving those values inside these variables. Okay, great, right? We are saving these values inside these variables. So okay, great. Now what we will do, we will just need to create one like button up here, a reset button. Okay, so just go to insert and just say reset. Okay, so we have just to align this, just copy the name of this to align it to like to its extreme right hand side. What you need to do, go to its X, write this code. So if you do like width, so see what will happen. It is here, right? We need to subtract what? Its own width from like this. Okay, so if I subtract its own width, so it will be properly aligned on this extreme right hand side. Okay, so this is in. For its Y, I'll say wherever like this text is starting, this label is starting, start from there. Whatever the height of this text, give the same height to this. For width also, I'll use the same as my height. Okay, so width and height both should be 40. Okay, so it will be perfect square. Now for padding, let us give 5 from all the side. Just keep a note of it. Sometime if you do too quickly, see it turn back to 0, right, from 5. So just make a note of it. So this is done. We have created this reset button. You can change the color if you are using this blue theme. So you can keep this blue, or you can give it some like red color. Okay, up to you. So this is done, right? Now inside it, what you need to do, you will need to create one more. Go to advanced, go to its on select property. See here, property on select. You need to create one more variable. Let us again use context variable. Okay, context variable we will use up here, and we will say, let me increase the size up here. Okay, first update context, and here the name of this will be where load previous value. Okay, load prep value, and the prep value will turn to true. Okay, this thing will turn to true. So okay, when this will turn to true, so after this see what will happen. Let us first write the code. Okay, I'll play the app. I'll just empty everything. Okay, so here I just selected all the input box first. I'll go to their property. In their default, what I'll say, I'll use if. Currently we haven't learned about function, but like this is very basic function, if function. So see what if function does it, what all parameters does it take. The first parameter is logical test, the second is true value, the third will be maybe the false value. Okay, it depends. Okay, so logical test, and logical test, what we need to write, this var load. If this thing is true, right, if my condition is true, then load the previous value, like load this. We have saved this, right, in var first name, as don't do anything. Okay, so see this, if I format this, so it is just saying if like this is true, just enter the last value. When we click on reset, it is saving this inside this variable, right? So we will just show the last value, otherwise just keep them as blank. Okay, so for first I have done, just click up here, go to its default. Now I just need to change here, like for last name just change to last, for email just change to where email. Okay, sometimes formatting loses. Okay, for this here this is where total hours, I think total hours. Okay, done. So this was done. For these two, just select these two, go to advanced, and we have this default date. Okay, again the code is just the same, that if my var load previous value is true, then var start date, else keep it empty. Okay, let us see that it doesn't give any error. So okay, not giving any error. And let me click outside, let me select end date, let me change the code up here. We will use end date variable. Okay, done. Cool, right? Let me play the app. Let me type some value up here. Okay, so this is my original server name, but instead of it I'll use LMC, last minute code. Okay, let me give some hours. Okay, this time if I'll click on reset, see, oh, I missed one more thing. Okay, so we have anyways, this will work for the first time. I'll just show you. If I click on reset, see, it resetted, right? And if I click on this, I get back the value. But see what will happen if I again reset. Firstly, it is not resetting. Okay, so let us fix that. Firstly, let us look why this is not resetting, where reset is false. Okay, but like this, see this thing, like this is turned to true, right? This should turn to false also. Okay, once we click on reset, this is turned to false also. So that was the problem. So let me copy this code from here. Let me go to my reset. Here, before this, just turn this thing to false. Okay, otherwise it will create issues for us. Okay, see, this time if I click on reset, this will reset. If I click up here, seeing the last value, reset, getting the last value. If I change something up here, okay, if I reset, getting the last value, whatever the last thing I have input, I'll get those things. Okay, so reset, getting the previous value. Let me change up here, reset. See 14, the data I've selected. Let me do like reset. So see, working, right? Absolutely working. This will not work if I do and just press up here. This will not work. This will only work once we reset and then click up here. Okay, so we have seen like 2 use cases of variables in this. Now if you have multiple screen, okay, again if you have multiple screen and you need to use that variable in that screen also, so go with global variable. Okay, and if you have like single screen, go with context variable. So I hope you enjoyed this video, you learned from it, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any upcoming notifications on these tutorials. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye.